Hello guys, welcome back to my world of Instagram conversations. Today I have someone come in and share their experience and their story with us, and we are all set and we are just going to wait for them to join us. I hope you all are doing fine and all set. Let's bring her in and we can start right away. Hello everyone, how are you all? We are just waiting for her to connect and we will take it off from there, guys. We are connecting with her. Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How are you doing
I'm
today?
fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good. You were busy today.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said you were really busy today.
Yes, yes.
So I want you to just introduce yourself and just take over and talk about whatever you have to tell us.
Okay, my name is Hadiza. I live in Nigeria. I'm a reporter, and I want to share my experience with having. I'm not sure if I would call him a total narcissist, but or a passive aggressive type. But he wasn't like exactly the ideal partner. And so I want to share how I've been able to walk away from that relationship. And okay, sorry, the network is poor here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was talking about how I want to share my healing journey and the steps I've taken to. No, I'm really sorry. This isn't exactly the
It's
ideal
okay. Don't worry.
place.
We can still hear you.
Yeah, because the our whole thing is still going on. I've had to just go and hide somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to start with the moment I realized that this wasn't ideal. Uh, but okay, before that, the truth is I'd noticed some signs, some inconsistencies that led me to start feeling like I wasn't being valued enough. But I was afraid to break it off because I didn't want to be lonely. I was scared to look beyond the bigger picture. Like, if I leave him, where am I going to find someone else? And I kept, making excuses on his behalf. Okay, he's having a bad day. And, I thought of how generally we got along. Like, we were really great when it came to communicating. But when it came for him being there for me when I needed him, like just showing up for me, he was never there. And also, for instance, I'll give you an example. I traveled once and he was supposed to come pick me up from the airport, but he didn't come, he didn't show up. And I felt so bad. And you know how it is, you've been on a journey and you expect someone, you're looking forward to someone come picking you up, but it just didn't happen. So I was disappointed with that, but I just felt okay. And he never apologized for that. So little things like that. And then I also had this incident where he would keep standing me up. he would be the one to initiate the outings, but he would never follow through. And or he would just stand me up. He would say, okay, I'll call you at 8. And this is someone I dated for 2 years. And we had actually talked about marriage. You know, we had reached the stage where he was going to come see my parents. But I realized everything was a lie. And I had to, it was difficult. But one day I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, I deserve so much more. Why am I putting up with all this? So I walked, and it hurt. It really hurt. And there were, but you know, I had to do the beginning of my healing journey started with no contact. I had to delete his numbers. I had to block him on social media because I didn't want to be tempted to reach out to him. And I really was tempted on several occasions. But I had to find other ways. For instance, I had to create my own happiness. I started doing things I wasn't doing before. I started exercising more. It wasn't just to get my mind off him. It was more like trying to become a better person, to become that woman that I knew I was, that valued princess, that queen that I really was, because I'd neglected myself for so long. I didn't fall for the trap of saying, oh, maybe I'm too fat, or maybe I'm too skinny. For me, because I realized that the only way you can be truly happy is if you're happy with yourself. And that's when you get to attract. But you know, when I walked away, I felt, wow, I walked away and the world didn't end. You know, I was still, I was still living my life. I was still doing stuff that I was, you know, I felt okay. I was, at first, like I said, I was a bit sad. I was heartbroken. It was difficult. I spent a week at home. I didn't go to work. It was like I was in some sort of mourning. I was grieving for the loss. I mean, you know, this is someone I've been with for 2 good years. And like I said, we had talked about marriage. So I felt like I'd lost someone. And I went into that positive literature. And so it's been 2 months now, and I can honestly say that I don't think of him as much as I used to, because I've replaced those memories with new ones. There are days I still pine for him, you know, like I miss when we used to do some stuff together, but I always have to remind myself that, look, he never valued you as much as he ought to have. So you really should stop talking. So it's a continuous process. You have to keep being your own coach. You have to keep talking to yourself. You have to keep, you know, telling yourself, you've got this. You have to be your own cheerleader as well. Cheer yourself up, celebrate milestones. Like when it's been a whole month that you haven't called, get that haircut, get a wig. This is a wig. I normally don't wear wigs, but I decided to just do this. I just decided to do this for the wedding. I don't wear, you know, I always cover. I'm always covered.
Yes.
Yeah, but this was like, okay, you can't really see my hair. So this is a wig.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm still kind of covered. So I thought this was
Right.
a fun way, yeah, to kind of reinvent myself. So, you know, you just do things every day that you wouldn't ordinarily do. Go to that cafe you've been meaning to go to for a long time. You know, talk to that lady on the street corner you've been seeing for ages. Like, just put yourself out there. You don't have anything to lose, but but plenty to gain. So that's like basically my experience so far.
That was so, you just put it just perfectly. And in your story, I just realized that you were so brave and so strong for yourself. And I see a lot of people, they're on their own and they go into a dark hole, and it takes a lot before they come back. But I see from your story, it's totally different. You were able to pull yourself out really fast, realizing it. And it's amazing, inspirational to know, that uh, if you realize something is wrong, you need to like really start working on it from that, not delay the process. A
True.
lot of women out there just on delaying it, and I'm not blaming anybody or so, but I'm just trying to, from your experience, that you saw the red flags, you understood it fast, and you took hold of your life. You knew that something was wrong, and you took charge of it. So really nice, and I'm so glad that you came on board and you spoke about it. What message do you want to give to women who are already still stuck in a relationship and can't find a way out? Like if they have kids and stuff, what message do you want to give them?
Hi, are you still there?
Yes, yes.
Hi. All right,
Yes, can
sorry
you hear
about
me?
that. Yes, I can. I didn't quite get the last question. You said what lessons?
I just wanted you to give your message to women who are still struggling with living with a narcissist, and cannot find a way out,
Okay. The
or
first
any
thing I
abuse for
Yeah, the first thing I'm going to say about women who are still living with narcissists and are struggling is you have to understand that you don't really mean something. It's hurtful, but the truth is you don't really mean much to that person. You're not being valued as you should be valued. That's the truth. It's painful, it hurts, but you really have to wake up to that reality and stop making excuses for this person. You have to look at yourself and say to yourself that you are valuable. You deserve so much more. And with that acknowledgement, with that confirmation, with that conviction that you are a queen, that's the truth. You look at yourself and you say, I'm a queen, I deserve a king. And this narcissist isn't behaving like royalty. That's the truth. What I want women in this situation to do is study royalty. How is a king supposed to act? How is a prince supposed to act? How is royalty? Measure that against this person. Don't think it's far-fetched, because it's not. We all deserve so much more. And once you realize that this person is not treating you the way you should, then you should make an escape plan. Like I said, it took me 2 years to walk away, even when I realized that things were wrong. And for some women, it will take them that long. Others, it will take them longer. But the important thing is to determine that you are going to walk away. If you keep doing the same things the same way, you'll keep getting the same results. And if you want to attract love into your life, if you want the best, then you really have to walk away from an abusive relationship. It's a no-brainer. They say like attracts like. And if you're with a narcissist, then you're giving off the wrong energy. And you will not attract the right person. It's not even about relationships anymore. It's about your self-respect and your dignity. You shouldn't be with a person who continuously disrespects you, disregards your feelings. So I want every woman in this situation to understand that she should cherish herself and make an escape plan, because she is so much better. And you can ask your friends, it's like what you're doing right now. You are providing support for so many women. Women have to look to other women to support them. That's the truth. No one will laugh at you. No one will turn you away. There are groups out there. There are people who know about these things. You have to educate yourself and you have to want what's best for you. So that's the advice that I'll give. And I want to assure you that once you take that step and walk away, the world isn't going to end. I mean, look at me. I walked and I'm thriving. I thought I wouldn't, but you know, I'm thriving. And I have people like you to share my experience with and to also learn from. So that's another key ingredient.
Thank you so much for that. And guys, she's saying you're not alone. There are many out there who are going through the same thing. Connect with them, find people who understand you, and reach out to people. And I've had many conversations. Everybody uh, endorsed that educate yourself. And if you're not in a narcissist relationship, I think it's something you must look up, read about it, educate yourself about it, because there's so many people out there who not in this relationship, but they don't know anything about it. So I think it's
True.
very important that we educated about all sorts of abuses, whether they are verbal, whether they are physical. We need to know all of them so that we are prepared beforehand. And like she said, you're beautiful, you're worthy, um, and that's what matters. And I know this is a really short conversation that I had with her, but we're short on time. Her battery was low, but she was all set to come in and share her experience. She was on a wedding, but she still took her time. Thank you so much for coming on board, and thank you so much for sharing your story. You're so brave, and I'm really happy to have you on board tonight.
Thank you. I'm really honored. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. If any of you want to share something, please just DM me and I can have you on board. And take care of yourselves, and bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.